What's up, everybody? This your boy Adogg, and once again, I'm back with another video. Now today, we're bringing something else new to the channel. We got Larry Elder say, how racist is Trump towards Black Americans? Now, before we get to the video, if you're new to the channel, be sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications so you don't miss out on any of my videos. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight into this. Not gonna hold y'all up, and let's see what Larry Elder is talking about.
It is beyond dispute, right? Water's wet, sky is blue. Donald Trump is a card-carrying, bona fide racist, right?
The President of the United States is a racist. His own words leave absolutely no doubt about that. What he is saying is not racially charged. It is flat out racist.
And this, of course, makes his supporters racist, right?
But for people who look like me, other minorities, women who have been, well, let's just leave this to race.
Yeah.
This president has said and done so many insensitive and bigoted and racist things that if you support him, people like me want to understand why you ignored so much.
You know, to just be grossly generalistic, you could put half.
Oh, he just flat out came out and said Donald Trump is a racist. Like, golly, bro. I'm just eager to see his reason why he is saying that. You know, because like I say, everybody has their own opinion. I'm not gonna knock this guy here. I mean, everybody has their own opinion, whether you think he is, whether you don't think he is, whether you support him, whether you don't. Everybody is different. Everybody, like I said, has their own opinion. But let's keep it going, y'all. Let's just see.
Half of Trump supporters into what I call the basket of deplorables.
There she go.
Right? The racist, sexist, homophobic, xenophobic, Islamophobic, you name it.
But black unemployment, historical lows.
I think the economy is doing absolutely great, and it's particularly reaching into populations that heretofore have had very bad problems in terms of jobs, unemployment, and the opportunities that come with full employment. So African-American unemployment is at its lowest level. I give President Trump, and I've said this before on Squawk Box, I give President a lot of credit for moving the economy in a positive direction that's benefiting a large number of Americans.
Yeah, but he's still a racist.
The problem here is that the president has unfortunately used language in the past that we will have a lot of difficulty in erasing, even with an eraser with the words unemployment drop. Because I think some harsh and painful words are just kind of hanging out here across the country as it relates to African Americans and some other minorities.
And what about the First Step Act? That's a law that allows prisoners who believe they have unfairly long sentences to have their sentences reviewed. And since President Trump signed that act, 1,000 people have benefited. 90% have been black men. They've had their sentences reduced an average of almost 70 months.
The Senate tonight taking bipartisan action on something substantial, overwhelmingly passing a major prison reform bill. The First Step Act eases federal sentencing for nonviolent offenders, aims to reduce repeat offending, and expands early release programs.
Did he say bipartisan?
Mr. President, thank you so much. It's almost hard for me to speak about this without being emotional. In the process of this has brought together friendships that I'll cherish for the rest of my life. I'm now texting buddies with Van Jones.
And speaking of Van White Lash Jones.
How significant do you think this is? By the way, one of your partners in working on this was Jared Kushner.
Jared Kushner, whose father went to prison and who fought on this as hard as that. This is history. This is history. Right now, you're witnessing history on the floor of the U.S. Senate. There's a Christmas miracle underway where, for the first time in a generation, Republicans and Democrats are arm in arm tonight saying, we are sending too many people to prison. They're coming out bitter and not better. We want to make a tremendous difference. I want to say Hakeem Jeffries on the left, Jared Kushner, and Donald Trump on the right have brought together a coalition like I've never seen.
And what about Trump's Music Modernization Act? Something that, again, President Obama didn't even do.
President Donald. Like I said before, man, everybody has their opinion. You see, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, you know, it's all about what you like. You know what I'm saying? It's just how it is, man. Golly.
Donald Trump today moved the music industry into the 21st century. He signed the Music Modernization Act, legalizing the landmark copyright reform for songwriters. The goal is to ensure songwriters receive pay for the products that they produce when you're listening to them on streaming services. Tennessee Senator Lamar Alexander championed that new law. He says the Music Modernization Act is the most important law in a generation to help make sure that our songwriters and singers all over America can keep working and making a decent living by ensuring they're paid when their songs are played.
This is a great day for songwriters.
It is.
And artists. And artists, okay.
Yeah, and that's the reason why we always get it. That's the reason why, like a lot of times I be saying that we be getting copyrighted and stuff. Like when we play a lot of these artists, especially like the famous artists and stuff like that, you play their songs on YouTube, it automatically, no matter that video, like I said, I can react to a music video right now and they get 1 million views. Guess what? Every last bit of that money that I make, that I supposed to be made from that video, gonna go straight to whoever the songwriter was, whoever the artist is. Every penny. You don't get nothing of it. Nothing. So that's what I be saying, man. It's
Got the artist, okay.
Don't cheat those artists.
Don't cheat us. Who benefits the most from this side? I'm saying as far as...
I think both.
Both?
Both, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. I lean more to the artist.
Yeah.
Because I'm a performer, you know. But it helps not just the writers, but the singers, and not just black, but black, white, all country, jazz, everything. So I'm very impressed behind that.
So it's a great thing what Trump is doing today, the president?
It is. And you know what? I told everybody, please, whatever your opinion or your decision, please, let's keep it signed. Let him sign it, please.
Yeah, today.
Don't mess him up, please.
All right.
Yeah, I'm really glad about that, yeah.
And then there's President Trump's support for school choice.
The time has come to pass school choice for Americans' children.
So on the campaign trail, Trump didn't talk much about K-12 policy, but when he did, he talked about school choice. And Betsy DeVos is a longtime school choice advocate.
Well, I believe that the family, that parents are the primary educator for their child or their children. And we have, to a large extent, removed a lot of that ability to direct and control by forcing way too many families to assign schools based on where they live.
Now, choice in education is something that blacks and browns want. Guess who doesn't want it? White Dems, who would never put their own kids in an urban school in a million years.
Now, the proposal that I brought forth on education ends all private charter schools in this country.
If I'm president, Betsy DeVos's whole notion from charter schools to this are gone.
We're gonna have the same choice that you make for your kids, because I read that your children went to private school.
No, my children went to public school.
But we even if it was public school, it probably was the best public school. I can't pack up and say I'm leaving Hyde Park and going to Germantown. That's our suburban area, because I can't afford it. My daughter can't afford it.
I understand.
So we want to make what we got great, whether it's charter or traditional. And really, public schools are charter in where I come from, and we make parents know that charter schools are public schools too.
So let me just say, I appreciate nothing more than how much you care about your children and your grandchildren and getting them educated, and that's all I want to do. If I don't have the pieces right, then I'll go back and read it.
Go back and read it,
I'll
please.
Go back and read it.
And I promise you, next time you see me, if it's reading the way it's going to benefit our children.
I'm not making promises. I'll go back and read it.
Go read it. Well, just read it.
That's it.
But it turns out that Senator Warren had a son in private school from the 5th grade on.
Really? So Elizabeth Warren, so she lied about her son going to a private school. Dang, bro, that's crazy. So she lied. So it say Elizabeth Warren is forced to admit that her son did go to a private school after the footage captured her. Come on. Oh my God. Oh God.
But let's move on. What about illegal immigration? And what does that have to do with blacks?
Now we must implement an immigration system that will allow our citizens to prosper for generations to come. Today we are presenting a clear contrast. Democrats are proposing open borders, lower wages, and frankly, lawless chaos. We are proposing an immigration plan that puts the jobs, wages, and safety of American workers first.
A steady stream of people showing up at the building behind me. We're told 150 applicants in the first 3 hours of this job fair with about 30 minutes left to go. Cook Foods has not said how many people they're looking to hire, but the folks that we spoke with said they're definitely ready to go to work. Cook is just one of several chicken processing companies to get raided by ICE agents last week, with 680 workers detained for possible immigration violations.
Peter Kirsten now is a friend I've known some 40 years. He's a longtime member of the U.S. Civil Rights Commission.
Professor Briggs testified before the Civil Rights Commission. We had a whole host of people.
And like I said, after this right here, like I said, after this video, I can't wait to go to the comment section after the video, because I'm eager to hear what y'all have to say about this whole situation. I normally don't really get caught up in a lot of stuff like this, but I do give my point of view of what I think of certain things, certain topics. But like I said, I don't really get caught up in it a lot. I am one of the people that would like to learn what's going on sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But man, like I said before, everybody has who they like, who they don't like. I don't take things to the extreme as far as like, I don't like this president, I don't like that president. Of course, no matter what president it is, it's going to be something they do that you don't like. It's going to be something that they do that you do like. It don't matter who the president is, whether it's Obama, whether it's Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? Joe Biden, it don't really matter. It's going to be something they do that you like, going to be something they do that you ain't going to like or you didn't like. So like I said, it's kind of varies. So, but like I said, I'm eager to hear what y'all have to say in the comment section though. All right.
Testifying before the Civil Rights Commission, the one cohort, the one demographic in the United States of America most harmed, most palpably harmed by illegal immigration are Black Americans. And politicians, open borders politicians know this. They know this because there have been numerous hearings before Congress on this. I've testified in a number of these hearings. George Borjas has testified in a number of these hearings. Stephen Camarada has testified, and we've presented all of this evidence, all of this data, that the pernicious effect of illegal immigration, of open borders, has had on Black Americans in terms of employment. Nearly 1 million fewer blacks work today because of the competition from illegal immigration than otherwise would be the case if we had a secure border. And it also depresses wage rates by a tune of $1,800 a year. George Borjas estimates that the depressive effects of illegal immigration on wages is anywhere from $99 billion to $118 billion annually, cumulatively, but it has the most significant effect on the Black community.
And did I mention Trump's expansion of so-called enterprise zones that will benefit the inner city?
It's a big day.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. In a few moments, I will sign an executive order launching a new White House opportunity. This is a very big thing that Tim and I and everybody have been working on for a long time. And Revitalization Council. This council will coordinate efforts across the entire federal government to deliver jobs, investment, and growth to the communities that need it the most.
And then there's the commutation of the sentence of Alice Johnson, given a long sentence for a non-violent drug offense, and the pardoning of Jack Johnson, the first Black heavyweight champion who was busted for a crime involving the transportation of a woman across state lines for purposes of sex. It was a BS charge just designed to nail him, and President Trump once again did something Obama did not do, and that is to pardon Jack Johnson.
A great-grandmother gets a second chance at freedom after President Trump commutes her life sentence. Alice Marie Johnson served 21 years for a nonviolent first-time drug charge, but a serious charge of drug trafficking and money laundering. Her story caught the eye of Kim Kardashian West, who made a personal plea for the release to President Trump last week. Johnson shared an emotional reunion with her family after walking out of an Alabama prison yesterday.
They are the folks who had been lobbying for this pardon.
She was gone for 21 years. Man, that right there just has to hurt. Being away from your family, your loved ones, for a total of 21 years. And then they say Kim Kardashian West, the one put in the word to Trump to try to get her released. Come on, man. I hate she got put in that situation, but I'm glad that she got out. She got out. You know, that what all counts. She got out, man. Dang, but that right there just got a sting, being gone that long over something like that at that time, man.
For years now, Johnson was the first African-American heavyweight champ. And in what was seen by many as a racial injustice, Johnson was convicted of a crime back in 1913. That crime was transporting a white woman across state lines. He died in 1946. Senator John McCain, former Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid had also been pushing Johnson's case for years. But again, President Trump has posthumously pardoned Jack Johnson.
And did I mention that Trump is up spending on historically black colleges and universities by 14%?
Education has the power to uplift. It has the power to transform, and perhaps most important, education has the power to create greater equality and justice in our lives. That's why today I'm thrilled to be signing an executive order to recognize the importance of historically black college and universities. Very important. They have played such an important role in achieving progress for African Americans and in our nation's march for justice. HBCUs have been really pillars of the African American community for more than 150 years. Amazing job. And a grand and enduring symbol of America at its absolute best. And I congratulate you all to say that.
Finally, a word or two about President Trump's support for law enforcement. Now, what does that have to do with black and brown people living in the inner city? Well, consider the Ferguson Effect. That is what happens when officers are falsely accused of racism, as happened after Ferguson. Cops pulled back and crime went up. And guess who got disproportionately hurt by that crime? Black and brown people.
Well, the Ferguson Effect is the twin phenomenon of officers backing off of proactive policing and the resulting increase in crime. Last year, we had the largest one-year increase in homicide in nearly a half century. The vast majority of the victims of that homicide increase have been black. The reason for this crime increase, I believe, is that officers are living today under a false and dangerous narrative that says that they are shot through with systemic racism, that we're living through an epidemic of racially biased police shootings, and that the type of proactive policing that I think is responsible for a 20-year crime decline that this nation has enjoyed is under attack as racially oppressive.
Bottom line, whether you're talking about the First Step Act, the Music Modernization Act, the tremendous economy that's benefiting black people, the fact that Donald Trump is doing something about illegal immigration, the fact that Donald Trump supports school choice, this man has got to be the worst racist ever.
I think white people that like black people, y'all should get some sort of wristband, a hand stamp, or something. I'm dead serious. Something you can show in a dark alley to keep you from getting robbed. You know, you might not think that's a good idea, but you wish you had a wristband. You leave tonight and you're in that dark alley. Give me your money, white boy. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Let her through. She got the wristband. Let her through, Chucky.
So, where's Donald Trump's wristband? I'm Larry Elder, and this has been The Larry Elder Show. I'll see you next time.
Man. There was a lot to unpack there, y'all. Like I said, I'm eager to hear what y'all think of the situation. But like I said, for me, I don't really get caught up in a lot of, you know what I'm saying, a lot of the extra stuff, like just going overboard with everything. I get my perspective and I go on by my day. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I'm eager to see what y'all got to say about the whole situation in the comments section. Because like I said, I am a person that's still just trying to learn a lot of stuff. So, you know, I don't know everything, you know. But I am still trying to learn a lot of stuff. But like I said, y'all let me know what y'all thought about it. We have made it to the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe if you new. It's your boy Adogg. And I'm going to catch y'all in the next one.